Hi there, I'm Adrienne Everheart. I'm a feminine energy dating and relationship coach. And in this video, I'm going to help you understand if you are texting or talking with a narcissist or a time waster. What's the difference? How do they appear differently in your life? I'm going to share some examples that are going to show the difference between a time waster and a narcissist. And of course, I'm going to share how your natural, powerful feminine energy is a good way to practice while that person is in your life, no matter how brief, or how to get out of this situation with a narcissist or a time waster. Now, in all of these scenarios, I want you to understand that you want to be attracting healthy, positive people into your life that are not time wasters, that are men that want to go from talking to you to dating to long-term commitment. This video is really going to help you understand if you're talking to a narcissist or a time waster, or if you're really actually just being triggered by your own insecurities or doubts or fears. There are so many videos out there about narcissists and all of these qualities that can make anyone a narcissist. I must admit, I can't watch them without also thinking, am I a narcissist too? It's just a lot of these qualities everyone has, but where they take them, how far they push them is the big difference. But what I really want to do is I want to teach you how to date. I want to teach you how to connect with a man. If you already have that man in your life, I want you to connect even more so you can get that loving, long-lasting relationship or marriage that you're truly after. We're going to get rid of the narcissists, we're going to get rid of the time wasters, and we're going to create lots of space so you can attract the man you really want to be with. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. That lets you know if I'm going to be having a video live, and it also supports me and my channel. And as always, if this video is helpful, hit the like button. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I answer your questions, especially during the first week of the video release. So I'm going to start off with a story about a man that was in my life that I'm pretty certain was a narcissist and a time waster. We had a pretty painful breakup, and he had decided at some point to start texting me back. And this wasn't the first time he had done something like this. We would get into arguments and break up, usually on his account. He would get upset that we couldn't resolve something. He would say, oh, here we go again. It's happening again. And I was always in the camp of, well, of course we're going to have disagreements. Of course there are going to be misunderstandings. But for this guy, it was kind of like misunderstandings or miscommunication should never happen. And it always felt like I was the person at blame. I was the person doing something wrong. Whereas I would always feel like he was overreacting, way too big. And I couldn't really get him to tamp down his reactivity, because if I did, he would accuse me of his feelings not mattering, and I was discrediting who he was as a person. It was always some power play or psychological trick on my head. Being with the guy was totally exhausting. But at one point in time, I really thought he was who I wanted to be with. I thought that we could really have a loving relationship that went all the way. But the truth is he was a huge time waster in that the relationship didn't go that far. But I did learn a ton. So when this guy would get mad, he would storm out, and then about 3 to 5 weeks would go by, sometimes less, sometimes more, and he would reach out to me as if nothing had ever happened. And I would always be like, oh, here we go again. And it's like he had some sort of radar with me, that the minute the guy I was dating things didn't work out with, he would somehow pop up into my life. I mean, this guy's timing was unbelievable. It was absolutely unbelievable. So this had happened a few times. He had popped back up in my life, and we'd somehow get together and work it out. Then we'd get back together, and the cycle would just repeat itself again, and he'd get mad and he'd storm out. So the last time he reached out to me, I wanted to take things a lot slower. I didn't want to let him back in so fast and meet up for drinks and one thing leading to another. I wanted to really take it slow with this guy. So we began texting and having the most beautiful and wonderful text exchanges, every day. So this is rule number 1. Do not take forever texting someone before you actually meet up. Just because you meet up doesn't mean you're going home with them. It doesn't mean you're back in a relationship. It doesn't mean you're committed to that person. It just means I'm meeting you face to face, and this is real. Texting is wonderful, but it is not real. It is not real face-to-face communication. So we texted for a good long while. I think it had been almost 3 months. And then finally I spoke to a girlfriend about it and I said, look, this guy's been being great. He's been texting me every day, every night. We've had these wonderful conversations via text. I think I should go ahead and say, hey, let's meet up or let's get together. And we had a text exchange that was especially vulnerable where I had said, I'm really starting to feel so much closer to you. And he goes, I can feel it too. It's really strong. And anybody, a third grader, could have read our text and could have said, okay, you guys are falling in love again. Like, this is really happening. So the texts are getting more and more where I'm going towards us getting together and hanging out. And I'm talking about how wonderful this feels to talk together and things like this. And right when I'm about to say, hey, let's get together Friday, he says to me over text, well, so-and-so who I dated before you, we're actually back together and she's expecting my child and we're going to be getting married soon. I would love for you to be at the wedding. My jaw hit the floor. First of all, what makes him think I want to go to his wedding? That's ridiculous and crazy. Secondly, he's going to spend all these months and hours talking to me over text and clearly opening my heart and talking about how we're connecting and warming up to each other, only to tell me he's back with his person and they're expecting a child? This was crazy. This is what it's like, in my opinion, to deal with a narcissist. This is someone who's so intent on getting what they need and what they want and crushing you with their heel. They get some sort of power from it. Again, anyone with a third grade education or even less could look at these texts and see that this person was investing in me, but they were investing over text. And texting just isn't reality. It's not the real world. You want to be able to meet with someone face to face. You want to be able to connect and have a regular dating relationship with them. Remember, for a relationship to be real, you have to see each other regularly, and there needs to be consistency in the relationship. This is one of the most vital parts of having a loving, long-lasting relationship with a man, is that you are aware of how you're feeling in your body. And if something isn't feeling right or sitting right with you, and your gut is telling you that something's off, it is. Don't let any person or video or coach or anyone else in your life make you feel manipulated that what you're feeling isn't real. If you feel like you're on a roller coaster, it's all wonderful 1 minute and then not so good the next, and there's no in-between time, that's really where the relationship exists. It's neither high nor low. And look out for that, especially with time wasters and narcissists who come on really strong and they want to lure you in, get you to commit very quickly, but then drop you even faster. I want you to take your commitment with a man very seriously. And I want you to make sure you commit to the right guy. Now, if you want to go deeper, I have a program called Femme Tools for Dating. I have that over at my website, everheartcoaching.com. You can study about Femme Tools for Dating or one of my other programs or ebooks, including my best-selling ebook, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. That also comes with a 2-day video class. Learn how to date like a feminine goddess and learn an absolute roadmap that takes you from that first text hello, that first message on the dating site or meeting in person, all the way to I do. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching this video. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Please do take a moment to hit subscribe and like this video, thumbs up if it helped you. Much love to you. Mwah. See you soon. Bye-bye.